Hey guys, it's Nathan, and I hope your days are going good. I have another Advanced Warfare gameplay today. This is going to be some SnD for a change. Basically, I'm a PC player. You can't find lobbies other than TDM and occasionally Mosh Pit, maybe Domination, something like that. You can never find SnD lobbies, so what I did is I just had me and my clan hook up some friendly syncs and just play against each other. Some SnD just for a little bit of a change, and we had a lot of fun. Most of us had never even played SnD before in Advanced Warfare, so this was a little bit of a change, something fun. I've always loved seeing SnD played competitively and stuff. I just love the strategy and team dynamic that goes into it. I always thought I'd be a really good search player, but you know, you just don't get your chance with it necessarily. You know, on PC. You don't really get your chance to go competitive at all on PC in Call of Duty. I wish that would change, but nonetheless, what you'll be watching is actually a 26-2 SnD performance by me. I believe I go on a 19 gun streak as well. I know I get my Ruthless medal. I don't think I get the Relentless, but I believe it's 19 kill streak, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. I wanted to wait a while before making this video. Black Ops 3 has been leaked galore in the past week. If you guys have not seen it, you know, I'm not going to link you any videos to watch. Just go search on YouTube, you know, Black Ops 3. You can watch the multiplayer trailer reveal. I suggest going to Drifter to check out a lot of specifics like the perks and tacticals and lethals and guns that are going to be in the game. You can go to Prestigious Key. I think Pomage even has some sniping on his channel. Basically, there's a lot of different places you can get Black Ops 3 content now. People have actually played the pre-alpha version of Black Ops 3. I think the beta gets released August 8th. Things are kind of in motion for Black Ops 3, and you know, I figured it's about time I give my opinion on it. I just wanted to wait a little bit of time, wait a little bit until I kind of let everything sink in, got all the information from all the sources and stuff before finally giving you guys my opinion. I know other YouTubers have had their opinions on Black Ops 3 out for like this whole week, but like I said, I just wanted to kind of gather all the information, let it sink in, give it time to digest before letting you guys know what I think. Either way, I am going to say pretty much the same thing every other YouTuber is saying. I am really excited for Black Ops 3. I kind of have this love-hate thing with Black Ops 2. I kind of... Objectively, it's a great game, Black Ops 2. I just, I kind of have this hate thing with it because I feel like it's praised way more than it should be. I feel like what happened is people are hypocrites in a way because Black Ops 2, when it was released, everybody hated it. The guns were imbalanced. It was the most connection-oriented Call of Duty of its kind. Like, everybody just hated Black Ops 2. And then when Ghost came out, that changed. When Ghost sucked so bad, everybody just went back to Black Ops 2. And then when Advanced Warfare came out with the exosuits changing a lot of things, I feel like a lot of people just went back to Black Ops 2 because it was familiar and it was objectively better than Ghost. And, you know, if you don't like the exosuits in Advanced Warfare and stuff, Black Ops 2 is the COD to go back to, not Ghost. You know, so I feel like over the past 3 years, the three renditions of the Call of Duty franchise, I feel like Black Ops 2 has just gotten way more hype than I feel like it should have. And, you know, I kind of have this love-hate thing going on with it now. Objectively, it's a great game, though. Black Ops 3, it's looking really good. You guys can look up all the sources. You can look at all the stuff. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I'm excited for. People are talking, they're saying that it's a ripoff of Titanfall, Destiny, whatever. Yeah, it kind of is. If you've ever played those titles, you know, they've kind of taken some things from here and there. I don't know if that's good for the franchise or not, you know, and I feel like it's a little bit hypocritical of Call of Duty players as a community because for forever we were like, we want change. We don't want it to be the same reskin year after year. We want it to actually be different. We want innovation. And now that people are actually trying innovation with these exosuits and stuff, and I know Black Ops 3 is trying like a ton of new stuff as well, everybody's like, oh my god, go back to how Call of Duty used to be. And I'm just sitting here like, are you kidding me? Nobody can ever be happy with what game comes out. I personally didn't have a problem with Ghost. I personally didn't have a problem with Advanced Warfare. If it's Call of Duty, you know, I'll like it. I'll play it. But, you know, I feel like a lot of COD players are hypocritical when it comes to that, and they'll never admit it, but that's just kind of how it is. Either way, Black Ops 3 I am super excited for. I think the Specialist characters are a really, really cool addition to the Call of Duty franchise. Basically, what happens is you can select a character at the start of the match, similar to Ghost, kind of how you had a bunch of different characters you could choose from in Ghost, and even Advanced Warfare for that matter. but each character has a special weapon and a special ability, and you got to pick one before the game starts, and you get to access it depending on the game mode 1-2 times per game or whatever. And it's you unlock the weapon or ability that you can use by accumulating score or whatever it is, you know. I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's going to add some variety to the gameplay. My only fear with that is imbalance, some ability being way too OP. I know everybody's going crazy over this rejack ability that lets you come back to life, and they're calling it Final Stand 2.0 and stuff. I really don't think it's like that. I feel like, I don't know. I have trust in Treyarch. I think they're going to come out with a really good Call of Duty. I'm looking forward to the addition and the variety that specialist characters are going to introduce to the franchise. I think it's a really cool idea. Next thing to talk about, I guess they're bringing back C4, which, you know, that was kind of the IED of Black Ops 2. You guys remember the IEDs of Ghost, where they were just incredibly overpowered. Everybody laid them everywhere, and it was like insta-death. C4s were like that in Black Ops 2. You know, you could just throw them up in the air and air burst them, and it made grenades completely useless, but because you could just use C4. But it looks like they've changed some things with the C4. It'll be less OP in Black Ops 3. They're bringing back shock charges, which I'm not a fan of. They're a little bit more visible now, but, you know, I don't really know how I feel about the shock charges. That sort of stuff just, you know, it encourages camping to an extent, or playing safe, and that's one thing that I was really happy with Advanced Warfare. I think one thing that people don't give Advanced Warfare enough credit for is it pretty much eliminates camping. You know, I've never found myself in a situation where someone's just camping so hard that I can't kill them, you know? Because you got an exosuit. You double jump, you boost, you slide, you overclock, you do whatever, and you get the guy behind his head glitch, or you get the guy where he's camping. It's just... Advanced Warfare is not a camper-friendly COD. It has completely eliminated camping, and I absolutely love it. You know, where you go back in the past, Black Ops 2, you could post up on head glitches and get a few kills, get your swarm, and sit back and let that do the work, you know? Ghost was a very camper-friendly COD. Advanced Warfare eliminated camping, you know, and that's something that I'm really happy with, and, you know, it's a personal preference. I think Advanced Warfare did a really good job of eliminating camping. I don't know if Black Ops 3 is going to do that, because Black Ops 2 is kind of like half camp, half rush. Advanced Warfare is all out rushing, and Ghost was very, very passive sort of gameplay. Shock charges, C4 that detonates, but only when it's on the ground. You know, I don't know if these things encourage camping, but, you know, we will see when the game actually gets released. The next thing I want to talk about is the elimination of crutch perks. Basically, Treyarch has done away with toughness, one of the perks, and if you were a good player, I guess I shouldn't really say that, there were some decent players who didn't use toughness, but pretty much everybody used toughness on their classes. It is the most used perk in all of COD history, and it's not because it does nothing. It's because it's very, very instrumental to your success in the game. It's toughness. Eliminates flinch when getting shot, keeps your bullets on track. It's a crazy perk. You need it. Everybody used it for forever. Black Ops 3 finally did away with toughness, you know, so you have a little bit more perk variety in the game, which I'm super excited about as someone who will perk greed the majority of my classes, and I have done so for forever. And Black Ops 2, I would run 5 perks usually. Advanced Warfare, I know I run 4 perks on most of my classes. I love perks, you know, so I'm really glad that they're eliminating some crutch perks, so I can have at least a little bit of variety, and maybe I won't have to perk greed as much, you know, maybe I'll actually have some room for tacticals and lethals and stuff, just because, you know, I won't have to designate one of my class slots for toughness every single time, you know, so I feel like that's a really good idea. I'm not sure, because from what I've seen in the gameplay, there is a lot of inherent flinch built into the game, and there's no way to combat that. I don't know if they're going to tweak the flinch later on, if it's going to be... Basically, what Treyarch has said is they say that toughness is a mix between... or how Black Ops 3 is right now is kind of like a mix between having toughness and not having toughness in Black Ops 2. That's what they've come out and said. You can kind of run Black Ops 1 without, I think it's Hardened Pro, and kind of get a feel for how Black Ops 3 will be. But I'm not a fan of that, because I think flinching is completely retarded. I think the very first Call of Duty they introduced it in was Modern Warfare 2, I believe. I don't even think COD 4 had flinching, to be honest. And that's, you know, revered as one of the best Call of Duties of all time. I think flinching takes away from skill from the overall gunfight. It's random. If I start shooting at somebody, they can turn around, shoot at me, flinch up, and get a headshot multiplier on me, and I get melted. Or, you know, or I start shooting at someone, and then I get shot from my left side, and then all my bullets that I was shooting at some guy who's standing right in front of me go off track, and I end up missing him just because I didn't, you know, have toughness on. Like, I don't know. I'm very hesitant. I wish they just integrated toughness for everybody instead of making it this like half toughness, half no toughness. Here's a little bit of flinch BS. I don't really like that at all. I really hope they fix that. And you know, that's one of my main worries for Black Ops 3. And when you think about it, if the amount of flinch built into a game is my main concern with Black Ops 3, you know, everything else is looking good. I'm really excited for it. I think the specialist abilities, the specialist weapons are going to add a little bit of variety and flair to the game. You know, I'm actually a fan of the exosuits in Advanced Warfare. You know, and I really don't think the thrusters in Black Ops 3 are going to be the same as exosuits. If you've watched gameplay, they're clearly not the same as exosuits. There's a timer. You don't go very high. It's purely to aid movement, not to aid gunfights. You know, you can't just double jump mid gunfight and, you know, completely outshoot someone just because you double tap spacebar or double tap Dex on whatever Xbox and PS3 or whatever. But you don't use those thrusters for evasive movements in gunfights. You use them to actually get to locations and position yourself, and it seems like a very different dynamic, and you know, I am really excited about that. I do, you know, it's thrusters. I think if you guys were on Twitter and stuff during that time, I actually just got the Ruthless medal if you guys just saw that, but if you guys were on Twitter, there was this whole thing that went down. Everybody was like, fave for no exos, and it's still going on to an extent, but everybody was freaking out thinking Black Ops 3 was going to have these crazy exosuits, and Treyarch was very accurate in claiming, no, there's not going to be exosuits, they're thrusters, and from what I've seen, they are clearly different. I'm not really worried about them. I don't think anyone's going to use them. There is a perk called Blast Suppressor, and if you know, Blast Suppressor is a very crutch perk, kind of like Toughness in Advanced Warfare. Most people run Blast Suppressor, and if you don't, you really should. But nonetheless, there is Blast Suppressor in Black Ops 3, which I personally was not a fan of, but then I realized when I was watching gameplay, nobody was running Blast Suppressor, and I was looking at their mini-maps, and I didn't even see a blast indicator on the map pop up. I didn't even see it. I think if it's there, it's very, very subtle, and people don't use their thrusters in Black Ops 3 enough to require using a Blast Suppressor as a perk. So I think that's good. I don't think Blast Suppressor is going to be a crutch perk. I'm real excited for Black Ops 3. The time to kill looks a little bit low. Maybe add like 10%, 15% to the time to kill. I know that's not how it works, but you know, I really hope they did that. Work with the time to kill a little bit. Overall, I think it's going to be a really awesome Call of Duty. I'm super excited for it. I'm really open to new ideas and the variety that these new ideas can actually add to the game. Unfortunately, the scoreboard doesn't pop up at the end of the game, and I cut off the recording, but you guys can go back, do the math. I ended 26-2, 19 gun streak. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed my thoughts on Black Ops 3 and you have your own to share, leave them in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you're not already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching. Nathan, out.